Hi guys, right, thoughts on the practical test. From my previous video you'll probably have seen that I've passed everything I need to pass now and I'm ready to sort of move on and start driving. Yeah, practical test. Again, that was one of those ones that worried me sort of leading up to it. The anticipation was a lot worse than the actual doing. On the day there was two of us doing it. There's another lad who'd done his, I think he'd done a couple of previous tests as well with sort of a little stroke of bad luck there, and he'd not quite made it. But he went in before me. While he was in, we went for a coffee, just chill out a bit before the test itself. It was on a Saturday morning. I think they were running behind with tests, so they put someone on a Saturday. So that's when I did mine. Yeah. It was a lot more. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The reversing exercise I did pretty much straight off the bat, and it's obviously no problems there. I did that just fine. That was not worrying me as much as actually the rest of it, getting out there on the road, because you know, doing it in the test centre there, you've got nobody around you or anything. Whereas as soon as you're out on the road, you've got other idiots that CL plates. Almost had an issue with that on part of the test, which I'll come to in a minute. But yeah, so you get there on the day, make sure you've got your licence with you. As soon as it's your turn, they'll ask you to come and sign your paperwork, ready for the test. Sometimes they'll ask you to do some walk around checks or show where the oil and water's filled. They'll ask you maybe some cockpit questions. I was just asked just a couple of cockpit questions on the day, and then it was straight onto the reverse exercise, then out onto the road. I think I was out for about 45 minutes. I think I wasn't really timing it, to be honest, but yeah, not nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. I only had one issue, which arose actually the day before. This is what I was saying about watching out for idiots. You know, there's more of them out on the road than there is in the test centre. As the day before, I was in Ilkeston, and I was coming up to one of the islands and waited for a gap and sort of made my move. And just as I started to cross the island, some muppet decided to put the foot down, and I think it was a blue Persia, regardless, doesn't matter. But yeah, decided to stick his foot down and had to brake sort of before he come into contact with the side of us. So that obviously wouldn't have gone down very well if it was the test. And sure enough, I was in Woollerton. Same thing, made a move onto the island. Luckily enough, I've managed to get the back end of the lorry clear without, you know, accelerating too dangerously or anything. But again, it was clear, just started to cross the island, and that idiot just decides, oh, learner, I'm just going to stick my foot down. And you know, if I'd have had to brake, or if he'd have swerved or anything like that, it probably would have cost me the test. But luckily enough, I got over out of the way, and maybe the examiner was in a good mood, I don't know. But as it goes anyway, I've passed. You get one of these when you're done, one of these, and your pass certificate. It's just a breakdown really of like I suppose your normal car test. You've got serious and dangerous faults, and then just normal driver faults. So any serious or dangerous faults will fail you your test. And then I just got 4 sort of minor little driving faults. 1 observation, 1 for road markings, which I think I know what that was. It was QMC Island, just off the ring road there. I think I'd ballsed up on one of my lanes, so I thought sort of end up straddling 2, I believe. 1 for change of direction and 1 for awareness and planning, and that's it. So I only got the 4, managed to pass. Yeah, again, only advice with that is obviously taking everything your instructor says, you know, make sure you're ready to do it, and just try not to worry too much, because I think, again, for me, a lot of it, there's the anticipation. It's always that before bit, and as soon as you get behind that wheel, for me in particular, as soon as I got behind that wheel, all that tension just dropped out, and I was away with it and everything seemed to go fine. So I feel quite lucky, quite happy. So yeah, that was my thoughts on the practical side of things. So I'll do another little video soon just about how I got on with the module 4 and what we did in that and how I sort of prepared for it. And I'm not going to show how to do a dolly knot because knots are not my best skill, but you know, we had to learn it, and it's just one of the things that it's one of the things that can be used, so they want them on the test. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall get back with another video soon. Cheers.